We are officially 9 months pregnant. This is 36 weeks and 5 days. Baby is due. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing episode 3 of my new mom memoirs. You guys have been so amazing, and your responses have been phenomenal. Thank you so much. I totally enjoyed reading your comments from my last video that I posted about my labor and delivery story. I'm so glad that you guys were enjoying everything that I was talking about, and your engagement was so phenomenal. Thank you so much. Today we're going to be talking about my pregnancy story, and I'm going to tell you guys how my experience was and how exactly I got robbed at 7 months pregnant. It was the scariest time of my life. But anyway, I'm alive today, so that's what matters, okay? Don't mind the background noise. My son is in the surroundings, in nearby, so you might hear him baby talking here and there. So yeah, that's pretty natural in this house. So, and also it's a baby video, so you know, we like to hear babies in the background. So yeah, today we're going to be talking about my pregnancy story, like I said, and it is going to be quite a lengthy video because it's a story time. So grab something to drink like we did last time. Today I'm actually sipping on some guava juice, which I absolutely love. It's still corona situations, yes, and you're supposed to take your lemon and all that stuff, but I'm just thirsty for something cold. So yeah, let's get started. So it is final. I am pregnant. 3 weeks plus. How wonderful. How exciting. Okay, so I found out I was pregnant in March 2019. It was the best news ever. Okay, so I remember on the day what happened is I had missed my period, and it was like, I think it was 2 weeks after my period was supposed to come, and then nothing had happened. So I was sitting there like, I could be pregnant, you know? So then I went to the pharmacy and I was like, well, let me just pick up some pregnancy tests. So I got 3. So I got home, and the first thing I did was do the test. Actually, no, wait, I'm lying. I waited for my husband to come back from work. So I actually got home, I made supper, and then my husband came back, and then I was like, I need to do this pregnancy test, you know. I've got 3 tests. My plan is that I'll do 1 tonight and then 1 first thing tomorrow morning, and then I will use the clear blue test to just see and confirm things. So after supper I took my test. Literally 3 seconds later there was 2 lines, guys. Positive. I remember running up and down. I was like, yes, we're having a baby. I was screaming all over and just jumping. My husband was like, I remember my husband was just standing there like waiting to know what's going on. And I was like, I'm pregnant. Guys, it was just ecstasy. It was the greatest feeling ever. And so yeah, we found out, that's how we found out we were pregnant. And then so my decision at that point was that I didn't want anybody to know about it. I wanted to keep my pregnancy a secret. I just wanted to enjoy the privacy of it and just have the moments share my moments with my most important people. So my close family, my mom, my dad, my brothers, of course my husband, his family. And so that was the plan. So I was not going to post anything on social media. I was just going to, you know, just live in the moment and just enjoy it. So that was my plan right from the get-go. So yeah, now we had to do the tests. Oh, so I remember, okay, first of all, when you get pregnant, you're supposed to do tests, okay? So you do a test, you do a few tests that, I think it's like HIV test, rubella, STI test, and I don't know, all those tests that they do to just to see what your standing is, and so that they can see if there's anything that could possibly be a threat to the baby. So they do the test on you, and they also test the husband. So yeah, we went for the tests and everything was great. It was exciting days, and then now it was time for me to find a gynecologist. Whew, the struggles. You know, I always wanted a female gynecologist because I really thought that it would be awkward and queer to have a male gynecologist, simply because I didn't want another male looking down there, okay? It wasn't really a plan for me. It didn't sound nice to me. But then I had this really good friend of mine who suggested that I use the gynecologist that she had used, and so she told me great things about her, and she had such a lovely review about him. And so I went and found his contact details, and I contacted him, and then we booked an appointment. So we went there. He was amazing, guys. Like, if you watch my my previous video for my labor and delivery story, guys, I gave him all the praise, because I can't even express to you how amazing this gentleman is. He is super experienced, and he's just amazing. So we went there, and then, you know, our first appointment was basically telling us about pregnancy, like what to expect, and, you know, all these things, what we should do, the foods that I should be eating, and if there's any exercise that I should be doing. Like, it was just basically a breakdown of everything. He even gives you a breakdown about your body, what's going to happen to your body, and you know, what to expect. It was just amazing, guys. It was, you know, it was like a very good, insightful appointment. So from then on, we had to now go for I think we had to go for a scan. Yeah, I can't remember what the first scan was for. No, I think I remember. I remember what it was about. Okay, basically the scan was to just see if everything was in place, if the legs and hands and things were forming. This was, I think, at 12 weeks. I think it was a 12-week scan. And then, so we went there. It was beautiful, guys. And the greatest moment of my life happened there. We heard the baby's heartbeat for the first time.
Is that bit?
Yes.
Okay.
Guys, it was beautiful. It was beautiful, you know? And to just, guys, to just know that there's a whole human being growing inside you. And I was so excited, like I was going to be a mom, you know, like there's something in there that's so dependent on me already. It was amazing. And I remember, I'm going to post this video, actually. I'm going to be showing you the video as I'm speaking. I remember this little child was already spinning and jumping. Like, oh, guys, it was it was hilarious. It was hilarious, but it was like, it was so beautiful at the same time. It was beautiful, guys. It was amazing. My husband was there. I remember going back, it was a Friday, and I remember going straight from the scan to my parents' house, and I was like, oh my God, this is happening. And, you know, check out the scan. And, you know, I showed them the video of the little baby running around, spinning around in the tummy. It was so unreal, guys. It was beautiful. And so, yeah, that was my first trimester, guys. My first trimester was interesting. Overall, I had a smooth sailing pregnancy. It was very, you know, I hate to say this, but it was easy. I think the worst that ever happened was my puking in the first trimester. But then that was only because it's natural, okay? And it wasn't like debilitating. I wasn't like not living my life because, you know, I'm puking. But I had to make sure that I puked first thing, no, but just before I ate. Because if I didn't, that meant that all the food that I was gonna eat, I was just gonna puke it after. I also had heart palpitations. Those were annoying. So basically, I felt like slightly dizzy, and then you feel like your heart is like pounding, like, you know, it wasn't very nice. I had those quite a lot. Yeah, and that was basically it, guys. Like, I didn't experience anything else that was, you know, out of control during that time. And straight after my first trimester was over, I was good. I was good. Yes. Second trimester, I was now really chilled, guys. I was fine. There was nothing going on. What I was dying for really was to start showing. Because, you know, when you're pregnant, you want the whole world to know that you are pregnant. You want people to share that same joy that you have, you know. But I wasn't showing. I literally wasn't showing until I was like 6 months pregnant. Like, I had that awkward phase where you look fat and not pregnant for quite a long time. it was a long time, you know. So yeah, I was just walking around looking fat, and people just look at me like, okay, what's going on? But I was actually pregnant. It was something else, guys. But anyway, I finally started showing around 6 month-ish. Yeah, and then 20 weeks, that's when you find out the sex of the baby. So I remember this day. It was something else. It was a Saturday. I woke up and I was so excited. I even wore a pink dress. I was like, it's gonna be a girl. I really wanted a girl so badly, you guys. I was like, I am ready to be a mother for a daughter. It was something else. God had other plans. But it's okay. It's okay, guys. Babies are blessings, and my son is beautiful. I love him to death. Okay, so anyway, we get to the scan place, and we're there, and we're excited, and then they do their thing. They've checked to see if the baby is okay, and then now it was time to find out the gender of the baby. I literally saw balls, guys. 2 sets of balls. And I've never done radiology or scanology or whatever it is. I was like, that's a boy. That is literally a boy. It was something else. And the doctor confirmed that it was a boy.
Are those balls?
Yes, a boy.
No.
It's a child. Okay. And it's a boy.
No, it can't be a boy.
See that?
I know. I
Between
see,
legs.
Yeah, I can see the balls or something like
Yes,
that.
it's between the legs.
You can't see anything.
See
You can't see anything?
that thing?
Yeah, but you can't see that thing over there.
That thing,
That's
leg.
No.
Of course.
I know what I'm
You can't see
saying.
the balls there.
Yes. So it's okay.
You can pick it up.
Yes,
Oh.
200% it's a boy. I'm very sorry, my sister.
That's 200%. I'm sorry.
Yes.
My husband was really ecstatic. I mean, he was like, yeah, you know. I was just like, but then again, you know, I had to remind myself that even though this is not what I wanted, I'm happy, guys. I'm happy. I understand that people out there struggle. There are people out there who are actually struggling, you know, to conceive, to have a child, whether it's a boy, whether it's a who, like they just want a baby, you know. And as time went on, with the excitement of being pregnant, and also, guys, you just fall in love with the fact that you've got somebody in there, you know. So it was just smooth sailing after that. I just accepted it, and I was excited to have my little boy, you know. Even though I was not going to be shopping for little princess dresses and unicorns, and I was just going to be buying boarding things like this and the car thing over here, you know. It was exciting still, you know. It was something that I was really, really excited for. So yeah, that was the 20-week appointment, and we kept going for our appointments whenever they were needed. And yeah, everything was fine. I never had any issues. Everything was good, smooth sailing. And then I started showing around 6 month-ish, 7 month-ish there. I started showing, and finally I could walk and be like a pregnant woman and be like, "Ooh, I'm pregnant." It was really, really something. And then now it was time for baby shopping. I did all my research, guys. I was prepared. I got my stuff together. Everything was ready. I wrote down my list. Everything was set out right. I was like, I knew what I wanted to buy. I knew the type of crib I wanted. I knew the stroller that I wanted. I knew exactly what type of clothes I was gonna buy, how many different sweaters I was gonna buy, you know, things, everything. I had done my research. I was ready. I jetted off to South Africa with my husband. It was like happy days. I was so excited. I even called my sister. I was like, you know, come, because she stays in Mpumalanga. Shout out to Vimbiso. She stays in Mpumalanga. And so I invited her to Joburg so that we could, you know, shop for the baby. Because, yeah, it was baby shopping time. She already has a daughter as well. So she was the perfect candidate to go with, because she had done this before and she was quite experienced in being a mother. So yeah, you know, she came to Joburg. Everything was great. It was like, whoo, moments. We arrived on the Friday night. Saturday morning she arrived, and we were like, okay, we're gonna go shopping. And yeah, on that day we actually went shopping. We bought a few things. Everything was good. It wasn't we didn't buy baby clothes on that day. We actually bought like our own personal things. Everything was good. Came back home, and then the next day we had planned to shop for the baby. So the plan was to go to Ackermans in South Africa to get the basics, you know, like the bodysuits, the rompers, the plain basic, you know, clothes. And then from there would go to Babies R Us and get the car seat and toys, all the other stuff that we would get in there. And then, you know, we had different stores that we were going to go to, and we were going to go to Clicks and get the toiletries. Then we were going to go to Earthchild to get clothes, and, you know, Woolworths and get more stuff. So that's literally, we were ready. We get to the mall, we go to Ackermans, which was the first store that we went to, which was perfectly normal. That's what we had planned. We'd get in there. We were there for like 2 hours. I remember it was quite a long time because we were picking our stuff and, you know, getting the right sizes, getting the right quantities. You know, baby shopping is something that takes a bit of time. Okay, you just don't walk in and just buy, especially because I was buying clothes from when he would be a baby up until his a year and a half. So because I just didn't want to be running out of clothes, and babies grow fast, and sometimes, you know, you just need to be prepared. Okay, so then we went there, and then we got our stuff. Everything was good in Ackermans. We paid for our stuff, great. And then we went, there's some stuff that was actually that we didn't find in Ackermans, so we decided to go and check in Jet. So we went to Jet, and then we managed to pick up a few extra things that were missing. Great vibes, right? By that time it was around lunchtime, and we were just a bit hungry, so we decided that we were gonna go eat. I wanted McDonald's and she wanted KFC, I think. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, so we got our stuff, we got our food, and then we decided to sit by the food court. We wanted something quick so we could just get back to shopping. And as we are sitting, she's like, where's my phone? I can't find my phone. Chaka. So phone. Dololo. So I'm like, okay, let me call your phone. So I'm trying to call her phone. Phone is ringing, but we can't hear it anywhere, and it's not being picked up. Where's the phone? So we're like panicking. So the first thing we did was run to the ice store. Thankfully, the ice store was like just one floor above. We could actually see it from the food store. This is at the Mall of Africa, by the way, guys, at the Mall of Africa. And we are in ice store now. We're like explaining, oh, you know, we can't find the phone, and, you know, and then they're asking us when was the last time you had it, and we're like, oh, we were in Ackermans and we went to Jet, and then that's basically it. We didn't do anything else, you know. So now the phone is missing. So now we're trying to search and find it, and obviously, not obviously, but it shows us the last location that you could pick it up from was in Jet, and that's it. Like after that, there was like nowhere, that no location, nothing. It was so sad. She was totally depressed. And I was like, oh, you know, maybe at this point we should just go home because this is not working for us. We'll come back again tomorrow to finish off the baby shopping. So she's like, no, it's okay. It's fine. You know, we can just continue. So I felt so bad, but I was like, you know, we can just go to one more shop. We just go to Clicks, get the toiletries. Since the toiletries are not, well, they're just easy to get, and they're just small items, and we'll be done quickly, and then we just go home. So we go to Clicks, guys. This is a sad situation. That's all I'm gonna say. We get to Clicks. She's sitting down. She sat down on one of the benches because obviously she's not feeling so great. She just got her phone stolen, and so I was like, okay, let me just pick the toiletries, and then we can just go home. So I'm doing that, and this lady approaches me. So my sister and I would speak in Shona and English. So I think this lady picked up that we were speaking Shona, and then she's like, foreigners. So she comes, and then she's like, Makania Skana. And then I was like, oh, hello. So you know when you're in a foreign land and then you hear somebody speaking your language, you're like, whoo! Fellow Zimbabwean. Don't do that, guys. Just don't. Mind your own business. I've learned the hard way. Like, I'm done being nice, okay? I am done. So anyway, she's like, Makania Skana. So I'm just sitting there like, I'm standing there like, oh, hello, how are you? You know, being nice. And she's like, oh, what are you? I was like, at this point, I was pregnant. And then she's like, oh, you look like you're buying baby stuff. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm baby shopping. She's like, ah, I'm a korokoto, you know. And I'm like, oh, thank you very much, you know. Minding my own business, I continue. And happy days, I'm going on with my life. And then I bump into her again. And she's like, this time she's like, oh, who's that? Is that your sister that's sitting over there by the bench? I saw you guys talking to each other earlier. I was like, oh yeah, that's my sister. And then she's like, Shane, why is she not helping you to do the shopping? And she looks very sad. I was like, oh yeah, you know, she just got her phone stolen, and it's a very sad situation. She's not feeling so happy about it, obviously, and so she's a bit down. And then she's like, oh, that's so sad. What happened? So then I told her the story. Ha, guys, I mean, I need to stop being nice. Like, why am I nice? Why am I a nice person in life? Like, I just need to stop being a mean person. Like, this really taught me to be a mean person, okay? Anyway, so she's like, oh, okay, that's so sad. What happened? I told her the story. And then she's like, what line was she using? What service provider did she use? And I was like, she was on MTN. And then she's like, you know what we can do? We can go to MTN. MTN was literally 5 doors away from Clicks. So we can just go to MTN and see if you know, she can recover her phone if it was insured. Does she know whether or not it was insured and whatever? And also maybe we can find a way to trace it. Since it's an MTN line, maybe they might have a way to trace the line. So here I'm thinking, oh, good Samaritan, somebody wants to help us. No. So then after that, we decided, I told my sister, I was like, you know, maybe we could actually go to MTN and whatever. And then the lady was like, oh, we can go together, you know, I can help you. I was like, oh, you know, okay, fine, let's go. And then the other thing she said that as well was like, you know, I also know a security guard who works in Jet. I think she said Jet, because I told her that we had gone to Ackermans in Jet. And it's like, I know a security guard who works in Jet, and you know, maybe they might be able to help you go and get the CCTV. So mind you, at that point we had gone back to Jet to try and see if we had left the phone. We even asked the manager, we asked the cashier at the till point, asking if maybe she had seen a phone, maybe my sister had left a phone there. You know, we also went to Ackermans and then we asked if they had seen a phone, and you know, they hadn't seen anything. So now this lady coming in saying maybe we could also ask the Jet security guard to assist us in finding maybe the CCTV and see what exactly happened. So we're like, okay, great times, happy days. We found somebody who wants to help us, you know. God has sent us someone. Jesus has sent us someone. No. It was the devil who had sent us someone. The devil, okay, Satan. So I was like, okay, cool, fine. We went to MTN. We get there. We asked if the phone was insured. Unfortunately, it wasn't. And then they didn't have any way to track the phone. So we were just like, what do we do? What do we do? At that point, guys, we had bought our stuff and we had put our stuff in a trolley. So we were moving around with our trolley, and then I had my little bag, and then my sister had her bag. She had a backpack. So we were just, you know, moving. And then all of a sudden, this lady is like, oh, by the way, I've got my friends with me, you know. So these 2 other ladies come, and then I was like, oh, okay, well, they're like, makadini. And then, you know, like, and they're like, oh, we told them our story, and they're so sad, like, shakaoma, you know, mbava zakaoma, not knowing that these people are mbavas as well. Anyway, so I was like, okay, cool, fine. So then, anyway, at that point, you know, this is the sad situation about the whole situation. I really started feeling some type of way. The moment that they became 3, I was like, this is not looking right. But then at the same time, I was like, oh, you know, I'm a nice person, you know, maybe this just give them the benefit of the doubt. Even my sister was skeptical. She even asked me, she's like, do you know these people? I was like, I don't, you know. But anyway, you know, at that point we're desperate and we're just really wanting to just, you know, which is like stupid. Like, who does that though? Who does that? Anyway, So we then decided that I decided that I was just gonna go back into Clicks and finish off the shopping that I was doing. And yeah, so I left. My sister decided now that she was gonna sit outside by the benches with the trolley. So, you know, as I was leaving her with the trolley thing, I was like, you know what, in my head, guys, and I wish I said this, I really do, I really wanted to say, I don't really trust these people, and if they ever ask you for anything, or if they tell you to leave your stuff anyway, don't do it. I wanted to say it, but I didn't say it because I was like, that's so far-fetched. Like, who would do that? Like, please, that only happens in movies. No, Sister Gail, it happens in real life. Okay, so I get into Clicks. I'm finishing off my shopping for the toiletries. The worst thing happens, guys. I see my sister walking into Clicks. She has no trolley. She has no bag. She's just a human being. These dogs are making noise, huh? Anyway, she's just a human being. And I'm like, my worst nightmare has just come true. It is a reality now. This is what's happening. So I'm like, I didn't even ask her, actually. I didn't even have to ask her. I knew exactly what had happened. These people, these ladies had probably said something or done something and that manipulated her to leave her stuff. And that's exactly what had happened. So I'm running. I'm like running outside to see if the trolley, I'm like, where's the trolley? Where are the bags? Where's everything? And she's like, that lady that you were with was right behind you. And then she walked into Clicks as well. And then she made a phone call to one of the ladies, that her other friends that I was sitting with, saying, Kuti, you want to see me? So I'm like, no, I don't want to see you for nothing. So I'm like, okay, so then what about the trolleys? Like, okay, if I want to see you, where's the trolleys? And she's like, no, I had everything. And I just I'd already grabbed everything and I was ready to push this trolley back into Clicks, find you and figure out what you want. But they were like, oh, you know, trust us, you know. Guys, it sounds stupid, but at that point, guys, it was happening. And I don't even blame her. I don't blame nobody. These things happen and it's a sad situation. Like, you need to be aware because these things happen. Anyway, and she's like, I was holding the trolley and next thing, they were like, you know, see we won't take anything, you know, just go and see her, you know, you can trust us. Do you think we might steal from you? That's not even that, please. We're actually sympathizing with you because you've actually had something stolen from you, so we wouldn't do anything like that to you. So my sister, being my sister, you know, she's like, she told me, she's like, I really, at that point I was like, Shay, maybe they're just trying to be helpful, considering that they were trying to help us this whole time. So, and also, this is literally by the door of Clicks, guys. This is not like far away, you know. This is literally by the door. Anyway, so she's like, I was very hesitant, but I left the trolley. And then, she's like, I took my bag and I was like, let me carry my bag. And then I carried your bag. But then they were like, oh, you can leave the bags as well. In the bag was my phone. In the bag was, guys, I can't even. So anyway, so she gets in and I'm realizing this is what's happening. And these people are gone. We'd run outside, Clicks said, there's nobody. Hakuna monu. People are out. Literally, we were just standing there like human beings with nothing. It was this pregnant lady with this thin, tall woman. I'm just like, everything was there, guys. I swear the devil was working very hard on that day because all the things that I don't usually do on a normal basis happened. Number one, I carried my passport, which I never move around with, ever. That passport was in my bag. I never move around with cash, guys. On that day, I had 7,000 rand cash in my bag, just chilling. I remember it was like, I never move around with cash. It's just that my husband and I, when we arrived at the airport, he was just like, let's just change some cash, some US dollars and just into cash, just in case, you know, somewhere we might need cash somewhere. So I had just put the money in my bag, and then I never even, when we got home from the airport, I was like, usually I would take my stuff out and then I would just move around with just a bag with my wallet, But no, I had my passport, I had that money, I had my wallet, which had everything from my ID to my driver's license to all of my business cards, my entire life, all my medical aid cards, everything was in that bag. My bank cards from Zimbabwe, my bank cards from South Africa, everything was literally in that bag. My sister as well. Hey, she had her driver's license, she had her passport, she had all her personal documents in there, guys. It was like the worst nightmare. Like, it was like, okay, who does that? Also, and I remember on that day, I did the silliest thing ever. I remember, I think something was going on with my, no. I think I'd forgotten one of my cards, my bank cards in Zim. And then I realized that I wanted, and I'd asked my sister, I'd asked to use her card. So she's also banking with ABSA, because I bank with ABSA. She's also banking with ABSA. So then I was like, I'm just going to transfer money to your account, and then I would just swipe with your card, right? And then her card, her limit, she had put her limit to, I think, something like 5,000, I think 5,000 or 10,000 rand for swiping. Hey, me, I was like, guys, we are going to be buying over here, so we need to increase the limit. I literally increased the limit to 100,000 rand, guys. The devil, it's as if he knew that everything was going to be stolen and these people could just swipe out 100,000 rand and go. Hey guys, I literally, all the bad things that could have happened on that day were just happening. It was the worst nightmare of my life. So at that point, now we don't have anything. Everything is gone. I don't even have a phone. So we run to the security. We're like, there's these women, they were wearing this, they looked like this, they took our stuff. And then the gentleman was like, who, where did they go, where were you? We were trying to explain. We're like, can we go find the CCTV somewhere? Like, can you stop the traffic? Can you stop people from getting out? And then he's like, unfortunately, we can't stop people from getting out because, well, people need to live their lives, But then he did take us to the main security place with all the other guards, where you can see the CCTV and everything. And then so we get there, and then we explain our story to one of the ladies there, who was one of the guards, and I think she was the head guard there. So she's like, oh, shame, that's, the first people to have this happen to today alone. There's already been 4 people who have come with the same story, So I'm sitting there like, what? Are you for real? I don't have anything on me, but I need to call my husband or somebody. So the only number that I knew in my head at that point, and just in general, was my husband's number. And so I asked the security guards, like, can I use your phone so I could just call him and just tell him what's going on and where we are? So I managed to call him. Oh guys, I was so terrified. I didn't even know how I was going to tell him that I lost everything. I'm just a standalone human being at this point. So I'm freaking out. Anyway, I call him and he picks up, and I'm like, hey baby, this is what has happened. Everything has just been taken away from us, and yeah. I'm expecting him to be like, you're so crazy. Actually, my husband is very chilled, guys. But at that point, I was expecting him to shout and be like, you're so careless. But he was so chilled about it. He's like, okay, so where are you? And then I told him we're at the Mall of Africa. We saw those 3 witches on the CCTV with our stuff, guys. They were literally holding our bags and all of our shopping. I was about to die. I would never forget that day. It was the absolute worst day of my life. So I'm just like, there they are, It was a sad situation, and we couldn't do anything because, for them to rewind, because imagine how many cameras there are at the mall. There's like 1 billion cameras there. So they have to find which camera had those people. And so it took a bit of time, about 15-20 minutes, for them to finally locate the camera and the exit that they use, considering there's 1 million exits. So finally they find the exit that they used, and then this is like 20 minutes later. Of course these people are gone, because they're not going to be chilling around in the mall trying to figure out anything, because they need to run. They had everything. They had my phone. We were beginning to suspect that these people are the same people that had stolen my sister's phone, and they were just probably following us right from the start, guys. I was just like, you know what? Some people are just the devil. The devil. Those are the devil personified. Those people. So anyway, we had to go to the police station to get a police report so that we can take it to the embassy, the Zimbabwean embassy, so that we can get new passports. Well, not new passports, but emergency travel documents for me personally, because I needed to go back to Zim. My sister already lives in South Africa, so she was just going to continue with her life. So anyway, we went there. Well, she had to apply for a passport either way. So yeah. Anyway, so we went to the police and we get there. Guys, there's nothing worse than narrating a stupid story, okay? It was like the stupidest story ever. But they were very understanding. They were like, you know what, we've heard this story about 3 ladies walking around and taking things from people and all these things. So it's a very sad situation. We do hope that we can find them. But you know what really breaks my heart is the fact that these ladies are Zimbabwean. And they are fellow Zimbabweans who have come to attack us fellow Zimbabweans. Like, why would you do that? You know that it's a struggle. Everyone is struggling, you know. But anyway, bless them. I know they are somewhere there, you know, in life, still stealing from people. And it's unfortunate that that's what happened. But I'm just glad that, you know, we managed to survive and nothing crazy happened. Like, it could have been worse. You know, South Africa is dangerous, guys. We all know that. And anything could have happened. Something worse could have happened, you know, maybe, you know, gunshots and being robbed in a cab, you know, or like literally at gunpoint, you know. So it's just, we are grateful that, you know, at least they just took material things and our lives were preserved, because you can never replace a life. Especially I was pregnant, guys, but it really took a toll on me. I remember I didn't sleep on that night. It was the worst nightmare of my life. I was just like, I can't believe this. And guys, I forgot to tell you, when my sister's phone was stolen, yeah, I was logging out of my iCloud to like go and find her phone. Who does that? Who does that? So then when it was time to look for my phone, when it was stolen, I couldn't find it or locate it because I logged out of my iCloud and I logged in with her details. So that was the end of my phone. And that phone had all of my pregnancy pictures and all those things. It was like, oh guys, it had all the great memories, but it went, it's gone now. So I had to start afresh. It was annoying, but I'm just glad that I was safe. So yeah, guys, that was my story about being robbed. I guess we can't call it being robbed, because being robbed, robbing is, you know, a violent act. So I guess they stole from us and they just used their juju missions to take our stuff. It was a very sad situation. And yeah, we had to start again, guys. The next day we went to the embassy. We had to apply for our ETDs, and then we had to start again. Guys, it wasn't exciting anymore. It wasn't, you know, like baby shopping is supposed to be like, woo, woo. This was not exciting anymore, guys. It was like time to just get the clothes and leave, okay? So yeah, we just had to start again from scratch, because of course it's a baby. They don't have clothes at all, so you still have to buy the stuff. But my husband was so supportive during the whole entire time, you know. He didn't make me feel bad at all, because, you know, I was really feeling so bad. I was like, here I am wasting all this money, you know, and he was very, very chilled about it. And he was just happy that we were both safe. And yeah, so, hey guys, that was my interesting pregnancy story. I want to talk about how a lot of people were asking me why I didn't have a baby shower. Okay, guys, let me tell you something about me. I like to save money. All the time, and I always feel like parties are such a waste of money. I'm sorry, guys, I really am sorry. Like, baby showers are basically paying a lot of money so that people could eat, and they won't even bring presents. I wasn't gonna do that. I just wasn't. Nah, not for me. So I didn't have a baby shower at all, and I didn't want to have a baby welcome either, because guys, and also I don't really know people. I'm very much a reserved person. I don't know a lot of people, and yeah, I mean, guys, you can just say hi from afar, and you know, I'll send you pictures of my pregnancy, you know, but I just didn't want to have a baby shower. I just wanted to just, you know, keep everything to myself, and no parties for me. No parties. The only party that I'm going to have in my life is my wedding. That's it. Otherwise, guys, we're not going to have a bridal shower. We're not going to have no baby showers for the next baby. Nothing, guys, because, hey, I'd rather use the money to buy other things, other valuable things, like the baby's clothes and shoes for me. Shade. I also want to share with you some of the apps that I used when I was pregnant and what I did. I had a pregnancy journal that I had, and I started recording in it when I found out I was pregnant. So I recorded in it until the day that I gave birth. It was a struggle to keep up, though. It was a struggle. Sometimes I would get so busy and I wouldn't be able to actually record anything. But I thought it was a very great way of actually, recording memories. So when I have my next baby, or when my baby is grown up, I'm going to be showing him what I was going through in my experience when I was pregnant with him. So yeah, that was one of the things that you guys could consider doing. The one thing that I regret, though, not doing in my pregnancy is get that pregnancy cast thing. I wanted to do it so badly, but I don't know what happened. I didn't do it, and I regret it so much, because I would have loved to just have that reminder of my belly, and put it somewhere in the house, or even like somewhere in this room, for him to be reminded that mommy carried you. I didn't do that, but I'll definitely do that for the next baby. The app that I used, guys, when I was pregnant is called Pregnancy Plus. That application was all the life that anyone could ever need. Okay, so basically it was obviously telling you your progress. So it would tell you you're 6 weeks pregnant, and then it would tell you how big your baby is, like comparing it to like a fruit or something. Like, your baby is as big as a pea, your baby is as big as a grape, your baby is as big as a grain of rice, something like that. And then up to the point where your baby is as big as a watermelon. And it was so nice that it was so advanced to the point that it would also give you you could put your appointment dates, and it would remind you of when your appointments were. It would tell you what to eat, the food that's good for you, how to stay healthy. It would also share with you exercises, and you could also use it as a journal. It would also give you guidelines of how you can baby shop for your baby, because baby shopping is also something that's quite hectic, because you have to know what quantities and all that. So it really gave you a guideline of what to get, how to get it, and it was really, really, really useful. So the other thing that I want to talk about is cravings. Like I keep saying, guys, I had a very plain, boring pregnancy. I did not crave anything, and nothing was disgusting to me. I ate everything, nothing changed. I just was eating the same foods I was eating before I got pregnant. But what I did notice, though, is I started liking watermelons a lot more than I did before. So I don't know if that counts as a craving, but my husband and I would have watermelon every single night without fail. That was our dessert every single day. I still like watermelon now, but I don't think I like it as much. So maybe we could classify it as cravings, but I don't know. Another thing that I experienced, which I want to discuss with you guys, is pregnancy shaming. It's a real thing, guys. It's a reality. It happens. I suffered that a lot. A lot of people had a problem, especially these older ladies. They had a problem with the way I dressed and the fact that I was wearing heels all the time. Okay, first of all, let me just make this clear. The doctor will tell you not to wear heels, okay? And the reason behind this is because when you're wearing heels and when you're pregnant, the chances of you falling and possibly hurting the baby are very high, okay? A lot of people are just wobbling around. So it's just advised to just walk in flats all the time. But there is no proof anywhere that wearing heels will actually hurt the baby. So the fact that you've got heels on is not going to damage the baby. So I wore heels, guys. I wore heels. I'm so sorry to say. Like, everyone knows that I like to feel good. And so I was in my heels. I wasn't going to let them go. I was in my heels until the very last day. And a lot of people had something bad to say about that. So what I would want to say, guys, is don't listen to people out there who want you to not enjoy your pregnancy. Do what you want to do, okay? Make your pregnancy enjoyable, guys, because it's 9 months of of your life that you're not going to get back, and you might as well enjoy it, guys. Yes, you know, some people believe that being pregnant means that you should just walk around slouching and feeling sorry for yourself. I beg to differ, guys. I was alive and bright, and I was walking around with energy. I was good. I didn't want to look miserable just because I'm carrying a baby. It's possible to still be glammed up, and it's possible to still look absolutely good whilst you're pregnant, guys. And that's what I did, guys, and I really enjoyed that. It made my pregnancy enjoyable. Dressing my baby bump was very enjoyable. So my point here is, don't listen to any negativity out there, because people will be there to literally bring you down in any way possible. Do not listen to those old ladies who are just there trying to make your life miserable. But then again, we also need to realize that every pregnancy is different, guys. For me, I could wear heels and it was fine. It might not be the same for the next person there, and it might not even be the same for my next pregnancy. I might have a difficult pregnancy the next time, and I might not be able to wear heels. So assess your situation and do what works for you and for your pregnancy. Okay, pregnancy shaming is real out there, guys. Let's not do it. Okay, allow people to do what they want to do with their bodies. Okay, what I enjoyed the most though about my pregnancy was feeling the baby move, guys. Oh my gosh, I started feeling those flutters. They were flutters to begin with when I was about 6 months pregnant, and it felt like butterflies. It was so cute. And then after that, my baby would be punching me. He was punching me all the time. It was crazy. But yeah, it was beautiful, guys. So do I want another baby? Of course I do. I think we want to have just one more baby and we are done. And I'm hoping that it will be a girl. I'll be super happy if I have a baby girl. I will be super happy, super thrilled. But if it's not a baby girl, it's okay. Boys are still great. I'm having a great time with my son. So yes, I definitely want to have a baby soon. My plan is to have my babies probably a year apart. So I will be pregnant again very soon. I really want to have another baby soon so that I can just be done having babies and then just focus on other things in my life. Okay guys, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed my story, guys. About my pregnancy. It was pretty chilled, guys. It was nothing out of this world. There's really nothing interesting that happened besides the being robbed. But let me know what you think, and I would like to also know your pregnancy experiences. I remember last time in my delivery video, you guys shared your delivery stories, and they were very interesting and entertaining to read. I would like that to happen again for this video. So yeah, just let me know how your experiences were, and yeah, until next time for part 4, episode 4 of New Mom Memoirs, I will be talking about, I don't know. I'll think about what I'm going to be talking about, but I'll catch you again in the next episode. Okay, I have to feed first before I start filming. Yeah, otherwise he's going to be crying. Mommy needs to film.